Welcome back to Entertainment Tech.
We have the latest for you in celebrity gossip, fashion styles, and more.
Welcome to the Celeb Chat segment. I'm Alexis Layana, and I'll be starting with the latest gossip. Hoda Kotb announced that she adopted her daughter on Valentine's Day during the Today Show, and since then has shared special moments with her and her daughter on social media. However, in the most recent photo, Kotb showed her baby girl, Haley, with Joel Schiffman. This is the first time the daddy-daughter duo are together in a photograph. Though Kotb filed paperwork solo without Schiffman on the documents, Kotb told People magazine that he will be by her side as a parent through it all, saying, quote, "Haley will call him dad. He's been so great. He's such a great dad and a great influence," end quote. The photo can be found on Kotb's Instagram, showing baby Haley and her dad laying beside each other in the same pose. Demi Lovato celebrated her 5-year anniversary of being sober on Wednesday. The singer shared her breakthrough with her fans on Instagram. Lovato had struggled with substance abuse, addiction, eating disorders, depression, and self-inflicted harm. An insider told E! News that Demi remained committed to sobriety with help from her support network and new boyfriend, stating, quote, "It just gets better with each day. Demi has a strong mind and determination to keep it up. Each day is a celebration," end quote. Well, that's all we have for celeb gossip. Stay tuned to see our reporters talk to students about how their spring break went.
Hi, I'm Samantha Hamilton here with Cassie Simmons, and we're in Squires asking students what their plans are for spring break.
So Amanda, what are you going to do for this spring break?
So I'm actually going to Honduras, down the Honduras. I've gone the past 2 spring breaks, and I'm actually planning on spending my summer there too. It's with my church, New Life Christian Fellowship. We're taking a group of, I think, around 13 or 14 there for a missions trip.
Nice. What kind of mission work are you going to be doing?
So it's a lot of evangelism. We're going to be going to different communities within Honduras and bringing like donations like clothes and hygiene products and everything. I think we're going to be building a floor this year for one of the church members' houses and working in a lot of like daycares and schools and everything, teaching classes and just playing with the children.
That sounds really fun. Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Claudia, what are you doing for spring break?
I'm going home and then to the Outer Banks.
To the Outer Banks. What part of the Outer Banks?
Not quite sure. It's my friend's beach house down there. It's, I think it's in Corolla.
Interesting. Are you looking forward to that?
Very much.
What do you plan on doing?
Swimming, hopefully.
Do you think
if the weather's nice, and either way, probably swimming.
All right. Are you going to be down there for a whole week or?
Just about 4 days.
All right. Well, that sounds fun. I hope you do. I hope you have fun.
Hey, Ganesh, what are you going to do for spring break?
Well, my spring break is going to be very exciting. I'm going to stay here in Blacksburg, and I currently work for a software company, and we're building like this brand new software. So they told me to stay here this spring break to help create the entire software from scratch starting Monday. So that's what I'll be doing.
Nice. What kind of software is it?
So the software is like a system that's able to like communicate between like different web browsers and the internet, and we're working a lot with a lot of large companies in Silicon Valley. So we just want to contract with the government customers. So that's kind of what we're doing right now.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like you've got a busy week planned.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy week. Hopefully I get my like work done during the day, and after I get to like hang out with some of my friends that are still here in Blacksburg.
That sounds awesome. Good plan.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for now. We had some great answers from the students here in Squires. Now, until next time, back to you.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tech. I'm Michelle Polanca.
And I'm Joriel Campbell. We're here with your fashion news. The Barbados Queen of Pop Rihanna has come out with a new addition to her collection with Puma. She has recently released 2 new slides and a variation of sneakers. The color of the slides and 2 pairs of the sneakers are bubblegum pink and olive green. The infamous Fenty Fur slide and her initial release were a statement maker on their own. Nothing like this was ever seen on the market before. She took a turn and traded in the fur for satin bows. The bows are placed on the arc of the slide. On the sneakers, the bow is across the front near the tongue of the shoe. The slides retail for $90 and the sneakers retail for $160. Her initial release of the first slides and her Velvet Creepers sold out in minutes on the Puma website and others like Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom. People were anticipating the release because it was being talked about weeks prior to build up the hype of it. This release was a little bit different. The both slides sold out fairly quickly, but not as quickly as the first slides because they weren't advertised much prior to them being released. It was kind of like a surprise. Because the slides are sold out by well-known retailers, people are spending hundreds of dollars on eBay and Craigslist in order to snag a pair. But I can't wait to see what the Barbados Beauty comes out with next.
The Victoria's Secret fashion show is an international phenomenon. The 2016 fashion show was in Paris, but this year it will be in Shanghai, China. Previously, the Angels have traveled to Miami, London, and Paris for shows. This past month, some of the Angels even flew to China for the grand opening of the new store in Shanghai. The lingerie retailer has 26 Victoria's Secret beauty and accessory stores in the country, plus another 5 in Hong Kong. The stores only sold beauty products and accessories, no bras or panties. Next year's fashion show will be bigger than ever due to the new store in Shanghai. In the 2016 fashion show in Paris, the runway featured Asian models and Chinese-inspired designs to hint the brand's global expansion. Each year, the brand is becoming more diverse and international to represent women from all over the world. I'm so excited to see what's next for Victoria's Secret.
The Mean Girls superstar Lindsay Lohan is dipping her toes into the fashion pool once again. On Monday, she posted a photo on Instagram wearing a black detailed headscarf that looked fairly similar to the traditional Islamic headscarf, the hijab. The caption on the picture read, quote, "New fashion line coming soon, .. #fashion, end quote. It wouldn't be surprising if her new line incorporated hijabs because after her time in Turkey with Syrian refugees, Lohan had been spotted wearing a hijab on several occasions. There's no set date of when her collection will launch, either being released online or on the racks in the stores. Tabloids have been speculating that she's taking a more conservative route with her designs, then she'll probably be partnering with, quote, Dolce & Gabbana, Oscar de la Renta, and most recently Nike, which all offer conservative designs, end quote. Her previous attempt in the fashion world deemed a little bit successful with her legging line called 6126, released back in 2008. The thing that drew people to it was the fact that there were unique, fun patterns, and all the proceeds were donated to Save the Children to help the victims of the devastating earthquake in Haiti. These leggings were sold in stores like Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, and even Dash, the famed Kardashian clothing empire. No price point hints have been given out, but knowing Lohan, a future Instagram post might give it away.
From wireless headphones to Apple Watches, technology is becoming more accessible and trendy. Google and Levi's have teamed up to create a smart jacket. The jean jacket will allow technology lovers to control their mobile device at the swipe of a cuff. Users will be able to skip songs, use Google Maps, and make phone calls by brushing their sleeve. Levi's Google Jacket will be introduced this fall 2017 and will retail at $350. The project has been in development by Google since 2015. But how does this jacket exactly work? It will combine thin metallic alloys with natural synthetic yarns to create touch-sensitive interactive fabrics. Data will be wirelessly transmitted to mobile phones and other electronic devices through conductive yarns that are connected to a tiny circuit. The jacket is washable and the circuit within the jacket has a 2-day battery life. This unique project, Jacquard Technology, can be incorporated into a variety of fabrics, and this jacket is the first of its kind. Not only is this combination of fabric and technology versatile, but it is also easy for fashion designers to use. Soon we might see smart pants, smart shirts, and smart hats that will go along with the smart jacket. Technology will take over the fashion industry. So recently it was announced that the 2017 Victoria's Secret fashion show is going to be in Shanghai, China. So this past year they had it in Paris. In the past years it's been in America, European cities, so they're expanding to Asia. I think that's really exciting.
Whenever you look at the fashion show, you always see like the signature tall, long legs, long hair. I love the brand. I love their sales, like the 5 for $27 panties, you know. But I would like to see the brand branch out into different body shapes, different, like putting a message of body acceptance instead of trying to reach their image, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. I always feel like that image has like followed the brand and the followers of the brand, and I feel like more like other brands are becoming more body positive, like American Eagle, and I think Victoria's Secret should go through that direction and become more diverse because all women wear Victoria's Secret like they have customers of all shapes and sizes and races. So I feel like if they like expand more, they'll appeal to more people.
Right.
Especially with their fashion show, that's the biggest marketing they have all throughout the year. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do love the music. I love Bruno Mars for the last one, so it's always fun to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all for your fashion news. Stay tuned to see our reporters talk about the movie Get Out.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Heo. We're at Squire Student Center to ask students what they thought about the new movie Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele. Where did you first hear about the new movie Get Out?
I actually heard about the new movie Get Out on Twitter. It blew up on Twitter and it had a bunch of memes and stuff like that. So I expected it to be a good movie, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
So, did you think the media's portrayal of Get Out, like on Twitter and social media, influenced you anyway before you saw it?
It did. I thought it would be more funny, but it wasn't as it was really weird. It was very crazy that things like that could possibly happen here or be happening now somewhere in the world today. So it was very different. It was a different experience. There we go.
That's really good. So there's been a lot of buzz, like on the news, like on media, like you said. Why do you think that is?
I feel like it's a lot of buzz in the media and stuff today because the problems and the issues that the movie actually focused on and talked about are things that we have to deal with on a daily basis. So I feel like it was very relatable. As you can see, you can make connections between reality now and what happened in the movie.
Okay, and as you know, this was Jordan Peele's first movie. Do you think you'll be seeing any more of his movies in the future?
Yes, I actually heard that he might be coming out with like a series of social issue movies, so I'm actually really excited to see what he has coming next.
And where did you first hear about the new movie Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele?
I honestly found out about the movie online because I like to keep up with the current movies and what's coming out, and that's how I knew about the movie. And that's what's, I guess, sparked interest in deciding whether to go check it out.
So did the media's portrayal of the movie influence you at all in any way?
No, not really, because I had watched the trailer before. There was a lot of motion about it and a lot of discussion about it, and just the general plot of it and the different track it was taking in terms of the whole thriller and horror movies that had come up before was a little bit different. And so I guess that's why it didn't really influence my thoughts on whether to go watch it or not.
Okay, that's interesting. So, do you think that there's so much buzz about this movie because it has to do with like race and horror?
I think that there's a lot of things that are causing the movie to be discussed a lot, and I think that one of them is race. Yes, so there is some element of truth to that, but I also think it's also has something to do with the characters that are involved in the movie and the messages that are coming out, and just the whole setting of the movie. So I think there's a lot of things that are a little nuance about the movie that you really have to watch once or twice to figure out what other messages are being shown about. So I think that there's a lot of different themes that the movie has, which is what I guess makes it so interesting. But yes, race is one of them, but there are others that are just as important as that.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Heo at Squire Student Center reporting for Entertainment Tech.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hey guys, this is Allie with another makeup tutorial, and today I'm just gonna show you some eyeshadow colors that would look good with green because it's St. Patty's weekend. And a lot of those colors would be just like gold, brown, and like moss green. And I already prepped my face with foundation and like my eyebrows and everything and contouring, but I already did a video on that before. And a good way to prep your eyes for eyeshadow is to put primer on it. So I already put primer on my eyelids. And so when I start doing eyeshadow, I always start with like the lightest color of like tan so that I have a setting color. And this is from Mega Pro, and it's the third one that came out. So I'm going to use the color tan. To kind of like set all around my eyes so that I have a good base color. And having some powder before you put on like the main colors helps to make like the colors that you want to stick out be more pigmented. And so now I'm actually going to do a vintage color. It's like almost a greenish brown. And rest it right at the edge of your eyelid. This is going to be like the where you want kind of like the darkest part of your eyeshadow to be. Okay, so as you can see, it's very faint, but that's a good way to start. Like a common mistake with eyeshadow is starting with dark colors because then you can't correct your mistakes. So it's good to slowly build color. And so now I'm gonna do olive, and it's a little darker. This one's also like a shimmery green brown. I'm gonna rest it on the edge like so. Okay, so now you have a little bit of color on the edges, which is a lot darker. And now I kind of want like brown to stand out, so I'm going to use the maple brown right here. Kind of rest it on the top. So it's always good to start with the place that you want the darkest color, and it looks really good on the edge, and then I always do a little bit lighter resting on top. Okay, so now you have brown and black and a bit of like the vintage brown. What I'm going to be using next is from the 7W7 Color Me Bluff, and there's like a greenish moss color. I'm going to use that towards the bottom of my lid. So it's really common for the eyeshadow to kind of like, the dust to kind of like get around your eyes. So just brush it off with a clean brush. Kind of gets rid of everything. Okay, so now you have like like this green to dark brown to light brown look, and it's a great way to have that transition. Next, this is from the Modern Renaissance. Next, I would put this tempera. It's like the lightest tan, and I just put it on the lid and the corners of my eye, the inner corners, because that's where it looks good to have like a very light color for the transition look. Because you want everything to kind of like blend in well. So there. And finally, since you have like your brown and green and everything, I'm gonna add some gold. So I'm gonna start with the pigmented gold called the golden ochre and put that in the middle of my eye to kind of set the golden look. Because you want like a base. And now, since I want it to look kind of more, if you want to add like a shimmery touch, and like if you're going out or something, what I do is I'll start with the pigmented gold, and then I'll do the sparkly one, which is called the Primavera. And I just use that and I rest it over. It's the same gold color, except it's shiny. Okay, so there you have it. It's like a very like brown to like gold and green, and it's a good way to blend all those colors together. It seems like a lot, but the like focus is trying to blend and make everything look very natural. And now I'm just gonna add some eyeliner, and I'm gonna do the winged eyeliner look. I don't know where I got this eyeliner, but every store has one. It's just like a liquid eyeliner pencil. I try to get one that is waterproof, because if not, it could end up like leaking by the end of the day, kind of like smudging around your eyes. I'm just gonna even this side over. Anyway, that is a completed look with eyeliner. And if you want, what I like to do is just add like the lightest shade of tan and just put it under your eyebrows to kind of like highlight the bone. Don't do a shimmery one, that's a common mistake, because like having like shimmery bones, it's kind of, besides like your cheekbones. But anyways, yeah, that's the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck. Thanks.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tech. I'm Callie Carson.
And I'm Gretchen Kernbach, and we're here with your on-screen scoop.
Now in theaters is the 10th film in the X-Men origin series called Logan. This is the 3rd film in the series focusing on the Marvel Comics character Wolverine. Several decades from now, Logan, played by Hugh Jackman, hides from the outside world on the remote outpost on the Mexican border. While taking care of ailing Professor X, he crosses paths with a young mutant girl whose DNA is just like his. Logan must battle and help protect the young girl from the dark forces that want to capture her. This science fiction superhero film received a 92% rating from Rotten Tomatoes. The motion picture rating gave Logan rated R for strong, brutal violence and language throughout the film. Logan will be in theaters now through March 22nd.
Released February 24th, Get Out is a thriller movie challenging today's racial tension. The plotline trails Chris and his girlfriend Rose as they go to their parents' house for the weekend. Furthermore, the weekend trip marks Chris's first meeting with Rose's parents. However, upon his arrival, Chris starts to realize that something is wrong, really wrong. Jeffrey M. Anderson from Common Sense Media wrote, quote, "More than just a standard issue thriller, this brutal, smart movie is impeccably made and as well as surprising, shocking, and funny, while also offering a compassionate, thoughtful look at race," end quote. In addition, Get Out received a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Its rating is higher than those given to Logan, Hidden Figures, and even La La Land. If you want to be completely surprised, refrain from watching the trailer and go straight into the theater. This movie marks one of the biggest debuts of a director. Congratulations to Jordan Peele.
Also in theaters is a film based on New York Times #1 best paperback fiction seller, The Shack. The plot takes place in Northwest America following a father known as Mac's uplifting spiritual journey as he faces a crisis of faith. One day, Mac takes 3 of his children on a camping trip when 2 of his sons flip their canoe and almost drown. Mac is forced to leave his youngest daughter, Missy, at the campfire alone. When he returns, Missy is gone, and he later finds that she was abducted and murdered by a serial killer known as the Little Lady Killer. Mac sinks into a great depression until one day he receives a mysterious letter persuading him to go to an abandoned shack deep in the Oregon wilderness. As he journeys to the shack, he encounters an enigmatic trio of strangers who change his life. Through this meeting, Mac learns to transform his understanding of his tragedy and changes his life forever. This PG-13 rated film received an 18% from Rotten Tomatoes and can be seen in theaters now until March 22nd.
So have you seen any of the previous Kong movies in the past?
No, I haven't.
Really? You've never seen any of them?
Nope.
That's a little bit embarrassing, but it's fine. We'll deal. What do you think about Kong? Do you think it's something to be interested in, or is it something you're going to find on the legal site in maybe a month or 2?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty interesting. Is the new movie out? Is it going to be like in the sequel, or is it just a new
So this one's completely separate. It's a whole new story about King Kong, but I think we see some of the same elements. I don't want to give any spoilers, but obviously King Kong is not a bad guy, and he does have a soft spot for Brie Larson, who portrays the only one of the only. Actually, no, she is the only woman, besides, obviously, the native people they run into on the Uncharted Island, where they find John C. Reilly. I think the cast that they have for this movie was phenomenal. We have John Goodman, Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, John C. Reilly, Samuel L. Jackson, and they all play off each other so well. I think it'll be really great for everyone to go see. Would you consider Kong a family movie, or would you consider it like a friend movie?
Probably more of either way, honestly. I feel like it could go either way.
This movie really feeds into people's imaginations with all the visuals and all the different characters and stuff. The only thing I'd say, if you are going to bring small children, a lot of people die. Mostly everyone dies. We have a few survivors and we have a few comedy parts, but for the most part, everyone's dying.
Yeah, and you can't really go wrong with a good acting cast either. So.
Definitely. Well, that's all for Entertainment Tech. We'll see you next week.